Hello everyone, this is IBU Learning, the place to develop your CAD/BIM skills. Today video I am going to show you in the Navisworks how you can group the classes. If you follow my last video, then you saw that we generated some classes here, and then we found that these are the classes, several classes, and we saw that we generated the classes MEP versus structure, and I found here total 591 classes. For the review, you have to go one by one, and it's very hard to go through the hundreds of classes. Okay, so how we can group it together? So just let's see how we can do it. I'm going to start the Navis Manage 2020 what I have, and we use the same in the last tutorial, and the file I will use the same file what we use. Just go to open, and this is the file we used in the last tutorial. If you'll go here, you can see the total classes. I'm going to close this one, and then first home tab, I'm just going to click on the selection tree. So you can see that these two files I used, structural and MEP, these two files. I'm going to structure first, and just go to hide the MEP, so we can easily we can go in the view and you can hide the grids. What is showing here, you can hide it from here. Okay, in the structure you can see that if you click on that, you can check the property also. Go to home tab and bring the property here. You can see that item, family name and types. So once I click here, I will go to the select same. If you will go here and click it, you will find there are some options. Okay, so here first just go to click on the same name. You will see the name in the family same, it will be selected here. Once it's selected, you can go to click on the save selection. Okay, you can see the sets and its selection is showing here. Once you hit the escape key, it will be deselect. Once you click this one, it will be selected. So this is the selection set it's creating. And next I'm going to create that. You can see that the different icon for the find item. If you click here, this is the structural framing. And you can click on the find item. If you go to find the structural framing item, go to click on the item and click on the name equals to structural Let me make it bigger, and you can go to find that structural, come on, structural framing. Okay, just go to find all, click on find all, and you can see that all the structural framings are selected here. Once it's selected, just go to click on this icon, save search, and click it here. You can rename it also to remember that what is that. So you can say that a structural framing. Okay, next, if you want to find column, just you have to go the same. This time you can change it to structural column, and just go to click find all, and this time also just go to save the search, and you can write the name, okay, to remember that one. This is the structural framing, and just go to check that. You can see here I just use that selection set, okay, and these two I use the different. Why? Because I just use the selection set, okay, first time to show you there is two way you can select that, you can make the sets, okay. So these two are the different showing here. We will see this is the use of this in later. Okay, like this you can go and make the sets for all, either for the column, beam, slab, walls, whatever you have to check the classes for. Now my major class review was that I was checking that MEP ducts, okay, passing through that area, and is there any classes with the structural framing, or yes, even you can, I'm just going to filter one more item, like item, this is floor, I can say floor, let me check this floor, and then find all, and just also go and save these floors. Okay, so the floors having opening shaft and ducts opening, it is there or not, is there any classes, that's why I just filter this one. And like this you can make your search sets, okay, you can make your list bigger and bigger, okay, as per your element, model elements category, and then you can export it also. If I have these sets, so I'll just go to export these sets, so later on I'll go and use it, okay. So this you can say that a structural sets, and even you can import this for the other new project. If you are working with the new project, you will go and click on that, and you can import the sets here wherever you save, okay. So now we already completed the sets we created. We will move to the again to the class detection. In the home tab you can find that class detection option, click it here, Just I'm going to close this one. Okay, so make it a screen wider. I'll go to make a new class test. Just click here and then you can rename it test 1 or column. You can say that str column versus duct. If you want to see category wise that a structural column having any class or not, a structural beam are going to class with the any MEP services or not. I mean, if you chunk that one in the partially, it will be easy to understand and you can, I mean, easy to work around. So I just divided it like this. Okay, so I'm just not going to okay, just go to select this. This is the, yeah, first you have to unhide all, so you can see that this both models got active. And then we will go to first select that structural framing. This is column, so you have to go to select the column, and this side you have to go to click on this option. You can see that use current selection, so just go to click it here. You can see that column is selected. This side, if you go to selection B, you have to go to the MEP model and just click it here. So we want to see a structural column classing with the MEP services, and just if these settings are okay, hard classes and tolerance, if you want to check the clearance, okay, you can change it to clearance. So just I'm going to the hard classes and just click on the run button. You will see that these are the classes with the columns. Okay, next I will go to create another class. The structure, you can say that framing, versus duct or MEP, you can say all, it's up to you. This time also I will go to select these framings and then bring it here in selection A and overall MEP services. But here for the MEP also you can make the selection sets. If you are working with the MEP, and then you can make the selection set for the MEP and you can check with other discipline, vice versa. So here I just check with the, main discipline is the structure, so I'm checking with the MEP services. My structure elements are classing with the MEPs or not. So the same what I showed here for the search set, you can make it for the architectural, MEP or structural, ID or any disciplines. You can make your own work set, search set, and save it to your computer, and you can use it whenever you want. Okay, same sets, you don't have to make it again and again. So this time we are going for the structural framing classes, and then just go to click on that, and you can see that our framing classes are ready. Okay, and this next time I'm just going to create the classes with the structural all three elements. I can select all three. Even you can see there are some elements. If you hide this MEP, and then go to select these three together. You can see there is foundation, piles and other thing. So just even walls we didn't select. So just we are checking with these three categories the classes. So bring it back again and then select these three, and then here you can say that only three elements should be selected with the MEP, and then you can run it. You can see that all the classes here with these three elements. So partially also you can make it as category wise. You can see here we generated the class with the separate classes with the column, okay, and then we created separate for the framings, and then we created with the overall, we can say that a structure versus MEP. Now for the grouping, what you will do, if you'll go here column and duct, you can see that we have 177 classes. There are some plugins, okay, there are some plugins for the grouping, group classes, but here I don't have anything. So I'm going to show you here in the Navisworks how you can do. Just you will go to click here, you can see that bottom there is item, just go to bring it. Okay, just first move to the class 1, okay, and here we can see that there is some, let me check that, hall room, there is something, item name hall 84, you can see the element, okay. So this element is here, you can see the in the model, this is the model, and this level 3 and room and hall 84, this is the name of that element. So what I will do, just go to right click here, you will get the some option, select, import or group classes involving item. So if you will click here the group, you will see that this element, okay, this class is grouped together 145 number class together. You can see that these two model element structural columns are classing with this one same element, MEP element. So the grouping is working like that, you have one element having several classes, different element classing together, so it will be grouped together. I mean, if you will go to check the second, you'll see here also this is the hall 83, select and group together, you can see this is also 2. In some cases you will have maybe 10, 5 or more than this item. So like this you can go and you can review your classes and group it together, because this is, of course, this column is classing here and here, no need to make it two classes here. If you will go to move to the structural versus framing, structural framing classes, and then you can go and see that one. This time, before I show you that we were going to select from the MEP model, this time I'm just going to see that this element a structural framing. You can see that a structural framing, and this is the concrete family 600 by 900 and rectangular beam. So if you are going to right click here and group this, you can see this beam, a structural framing beam, is having two element hitting here with this element. Also this one also you can group it together, but this is the same single, so you can cancel this one also. If you are going to check here, so it's showing the item number 1 is red, okay, and item number 2 is green. Here also you can see the highlights, item number 1 and item number 2. You can see that there is 2 option, isolation also, dim others. So it's showing that wireframe mode of this whole building elements, and this only 2 classes clearly highlighting here. There are some options also, you can explore it. You can see that you can focus. If you click here, so just I'm going to hide others. Even if you uncheck, all your building will come. And then you can also see that together your classes. You can see clearly here. So where is the class, you can identify here, from here also. If I'm going to find the classes here with the, you can see here, this is the floor, okay, this is the floor, and you want to see that how many ducts are, this is the floor at the level third floor. So I'm just going to right click and group it here. You will see that this floor is having class with the ducts. These are some machine rooms, something, not the ducts. This you must have to be opening here to pass this duct. Here also you can see, if you'll go to check the other location, maybe this is the roof, okay, and this is second floor, okay. Just let me check this second floor also. Just go to click on the group classes. Here it's showing these two locations, okay. Ducts are passing but there is no opening, so we need to provide the opening and then it will be resolved. So like this you can go and you can group it together and you can minimize the classes.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for upcoming videos. Thank you.